I'm going to walk you guys through how I use muscle scraping to warm up my shoulder before a workout. I break it down into threes: anterior deltoid, and then I move on to the middle deltoid, and then finally I will do the posterior deltoid right there. I will also do what's called the deltoid tuberosity. I'll show you that when we get to it. But when I'm working on the front deltoid like this, for a warm-up, I'm just going through whatever direction is easiest for me to use. So right now, that's going from top down. And you know I'm clipping along at a pretty good pace there because I've done this multiple times. I'm feeling for areas that are tight and tender. When I find the area of tightness or tenderness, I will hang out in that area until most of that tightness or discomfort has dissipated. The reason I spend more time probably on the front of the shoulder is because I have shoulder issues. And this has been one of the best things that I've found to help loosen my shoulders up. It's better than any stretch I've found, better than any kind of joint mobilization or anything like that. This is what loosens my shoulder up. So for today's example, I'm doing this before a workout. You can do it before or after, either is fine. There's my bombshell wife. She's poking around on my head, making sure there's no loose bolts or anything like that. Then once I'm done with the front deltoid, I'll move on to the middle deltoid. I have a timer there so you can see the first one took about a minute. Now on the middle deltoid, I'm probably not feeling as much. That's why I'm not spending as much time there. That one should only be about 20 seconds or so. And then I'm going to move on to the deltoid tuberosity. So the deltoid tuberosity is where the deltoid muscle inserts onto the humerus. It's actually a pretty thick bump that you can feel, especially on men and sometimes on women, but you'll find it if you ever use a scraping tool on this area. On this one, I'm going a couple of different directions. It's a little easier for me to pull up, so to go from down to up to get this area. Same thing, I will hang out in that area until most of that discomfort or tightness has dissipated, and then I will move on. This one, it looks like it took about 50 seconds. And then I'm going to move on to the rear deltoid now, also known as the posterior deltoid. Some will call it the rear deltoid. This one's a little bit harder to get to. So I'm going now with my arm over my head so I can get it. And I know some of you are going to say, well, aren't you getting your triceps? Aren't you getting your lats? Yes, it is impossible just to purely get the rear deltoid. But for general terms, I'm targeting that rear deltoid, and also I'm going to hit, as you can see here, some of that lats that comes up and inserts on the back of the arm. They all work together. My lats right here showing up are actually what's more tight than anything else. And since I can't see, I'm purely going off of feel. If I feel some tightness or tenderness back there, I'm going to hang out in that area. I will keep scraping until most of that discomfort has dissipated, and then I will move on. This is just my overall quick and dirty muscle scraping gua sha that I will use before or after a workout, depending on what I want to do. I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I will do it once a month. Sometimes it may go 6 months before I do it. Other times when my shoulders flared up, I may do it a couple times a week for several weeks, whatever it takes. But there's my quick and dirty shoulder muscle scraping techniques that I use on myself to loosen up my shoulders in lieu of stretching or anything like that. I get this tool off Amazon.